space shuttle.
So we're on. We got our intro.
Hello, viewers, and welcome to this is a special edition. This is a special edition of the third quarter today.
So why is it so special?
Because I feel good about the people I got on here today.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I feel real good because I got some real men and women on here today that's going to speak some real shit.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
So what you saying, everybody else was fake?
Some of the men that been on here.
Oh, you're absolutely
Not my women.
correct. Yes.
Not my women, because I get more women on this show than men. I don't know why men stand me up.
Yeah.
They talk good shit, but
then the ones
when
that
they
come
get time on the show, they like, I had 2-3 people stand me up today.
Yeah.
Men.
Yeah.
But my women show up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They
And
show
then,
up.
and then the women are more authentic, you know.
Yes, because they
Here we
want
are.
some real shit in their life.
Yeah,
and
we do.
you want to speak, don't talk the shit if you can't, if you can't flush it.
Oh my God.
You
You can
said it.
say it. No, you
said
did
it.
not
You
go
said
there.
You know when I get into my mood, and you know when I get into my mood, but today I got some. Like I said, I got some good people on here today.
Okay,
I'm introduce my guy to the right, Tony Berry, came to my 50th. We go way back. If this one guy that know me, he know me. He know me when I was ugly.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he
So
do.
when was that?
Way back in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he know me when I was ugly.
That's not what I heard.
Who?
I didn't hear you were ugly. Back
Nah,
in the
not
day.
that. Not with the looks. I always been like one of the handsomest motherfuckers
Oh, okay. That's
in
what
the
I'm
world.
saying. Okay,
And
so
then when after
What are you talking about?
and
Hey,
then
look, big room
Darius
before
was
his
born,
Oh, man.
and he came later. So Darius had to take that weight off of me some.
Take it off a little bit.
You know what I'm saying?
Lighten the load, baby.
Yeah, but I got a good friend of mine. Go back, class of '87, Persian Doughboy. You can introduce yourself,
Doughboy,
Tone.
baby.
They call me Tone Cole, the King, on my Class 87 page.
The King.
You feel
The
me?
King.
Yeah, the king.
Version Doughboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Through and through. So I'm here to join in. I was honored to get invited to this spectrum right here.
Yes, yes, yes.
There we go.
And you know what? I ain't got to say nothing. Do your thing, brother.
Hey.
You and the princess, first lady, all that first, real first lady.
Hey, look, Darius Blackman, man, I'm just in here representing for my man Kasim. He definitely showed some love.
Yeah.
So I had to come out here and be here. I'm a Persian Doughboy myself, man. So
And
we
tell them
wow.
people what you got
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on, because
most
y'all
definitely.
got
Oh, man.
y'all the Jay-Z and Beyonce of Detroit.
Oh, man. got a little bit of everything going on, man.
Right.
Got man,
Promote all that good stuff. Do it.
I say, well, I got actually I got my suit line about to drop in December.
Yeah, and he asked me to be a model.
Yeah, he's gonna be a model.
Well, you could be, huh?
Yes, yes.
You
Why you
could
think
be.
I've been going to the gym?
Oh.
Why you think I've been back
yeah.
in the gym?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you holding out on me? Huh?
Yeah, that's why people. You was at the gym with me.
I know. I'm always at the gym.
Yes, that's why I've been back here. I'm getting ready for my boy.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yes, I am.
We're gonna get it, baby. We're gonna get it.
Okay.
Yep. So I also been I'm the owner of a banquet hall. I've been owning a banquet hall for the last 13 years. So the other one was Empire, but now I'm finna open up Throne Lounge.
Okay.
And that'll be the new banquet hall in Detroit. So I have that.
Where's that located?
going. It's right off of Jefferson
Okay.
Avenue. So it'll be something you definitely want to check out.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one was the old Coco's House of Comedy.
Oh, okay.
Off of Jefferson.
Yeah.
So I had
Okay.
that for about 3
Right.
years.
Okay.
And before that, we ain't gonna talk about the other ones. But there we go. Well, I got my lady right here.
First lady.
Yeah,
As
first
the
lady
scene
right
said,
here.
the first lady.
Let her represent.
Well, my name is Katrina. I'm just here for support.
Well, no, you're in the conversation
I'm
now.
in the conversation
She in here
now.
now. She in here now.
However, I was here for support.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am the owner of Pink Diamond Beauty Mall. We are Michigan's first beauty mall. I am located on Livernois in between 6 and 7 miles. So,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Livernois
Avenue
is
of
hot
Fashion.
right now too,
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
she's there.
Okay.
Yes.
She's there.
Yes.
Most
You got it.
Yes.
That's it.
Well,
well.
naturally it's me. 5 stars.
5-star, they know who we are.
5-star.
We've been doing this. We going on a year anniversary now. They know who we are.
Absolutely, hon. Absolutely.
5-star.
Okay.
So it's okay. Get it going then, 5-star.
Well, the topic for today, I was listening to The Breakfast Club, as I normally do when I'm dropping the kids off, and they were discussing T.I.'s podcast.
Okay.
Okay, and Tiny came on and she said that Candy's mother told her that she should marry or be with a man for security and not love. So that's going to be our topic today.
Okay.
Should you be with someone for security or for love? Or something else. I mean, or it could be something else.
Yeah, I believe I seen when she said that T.I. paused and he gave her a long stare and said, "Whoa." He was looking like that's why you married me. I think security is a form of something that both parties should naturally have. But love is the concrete and the glue that kind of sticks together and keeps the couples going. Okay. So you got to keep that spark going. You're not gonna always be in love, but you got to keep the spark going to rekindle the love.
Okay.
You got to find it.
Oh my God, you want to ask me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I feel like I guess I agree with what he said. I feel like both parties, to me, times have changed so much from the past up until present. I mean, we're almost in 2020 now, so I feel like in our world, should I say, we both have security, we both have love. So it's really a 50-50 type of deal. I really don't think one can go without the other unless, you marry for sick or for poor. When things happen, of course, naturally, which things will happen, going ups and going down, you can't, just bail out because a person doesn't have security. You are obligated to love that person regardless. So I believe love overpowers and conquers all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think if you're going by security, then anything can happen. So that means you packing your bags and you at the door.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Prime example with me is when I worked at American Axle. They sold the company. And when I ran into a few co-workers, they lost their families along with their job. And this is what excuse me, like, man, as soon as that went south, she went south too.
Right.
And I'm like, wow. So, people do marry for money, but it's for the wrong reason. I think that grip of love will keep you together through thick and thin.
Oh yeah.
The old vows.
Yeah.
Our people stayed married forever.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Now longevity is 5 years.
Married for love.
Yeah.
If that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And then one day you're gonna be on Social Security.
Yeah.
So it's like you want security.
She trying to get that.
Yeah.
That too. I want it all.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Kassim, what about you? What do you think?
I'm marrying strictly for love.
Yeah.
Because when I say I'm in love with somebody and I love them, I don't have to say why. Because my love it's gonna cover all of that.
Most
So I wish somebody, why do you love this person? You can't say that about nobody's kid. You can't ask me why I love my son. When you use that word love covers all topics. Circle D for all the above.
Absolutely. Love conquers all.
That's how I feel about it. But, a lot of people, they deal with somebody. I know a lot of men and women deal with some people for convenience.
Yeah.
Yeah, for security.
And one day I did a show and I had a young guy on there with just me and him talking. And he said him and his wife married for convenience because they did things good together, but they wasn't in love with each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I said, do you think y'all will be in love somewhere down the line? He said, I hope so. If not, I can deal with this.
Right.
I don't want to do that.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
I don't want to do that because I grew up in a household. Wasn't no love in our house. And I didn't really discover and start feeling love until I had both of my kids.
Right.
And I was like, damn, this is what love feel like.
Right.
This shit is deep. So I want that same love from my future wife.
Most definitely.
And I know how to give it. I want to take it. I want to be selfish with her.
Yeah.
I want her to be selfish with me. You know what I'm saying? I want it's just us.
Right.
Then it's my friends on the outside.
There we go.
But I just
You
want
must
to
come before the
totally
friends.
be in. But people gotta understand. You gotta learn how to be by yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got to go through some pain. You got to go knowing who you are to be able to understand love. And a lot of people don't know who they are.
Most definitely.
They try to cover that up by meeting the next person, and all you doing is carrying on a virus.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and I know I carried on a lot of viruses,
Yeah.
a lot, and I had to stop.
Most definitely.
So I am 100% marrying for love. All y'all in here could be my agents.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I already did talk to you.
Yeah, we're gonna put them together.
Yeah, I'll talk to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
put me together. 'Cause I got too much to give.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Most definitely.
So, would you say it's safe to say that if you really don't know yourself and you don't love yourself, then you would select a mate based on security?
I wouldn't.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but it's a lot of men and women out here that do it every day. They do it every day. They say, well, fuck it, you know what? He or she got money. I just deal with that for right now. Somebody gonna get hurt.
Yeah. That's
know
that's
what I'm
the
saying?
trend. That's the trend nowadays. So that's what's
Absolutely.
going on in the music, the rap songs now. Definitely these new women coming out. You know.
Yeah.
I ain't got to mention no names, but
Oh,
we
the
know.
new one.
Yeah, the new women that's
Right,
coming
right.
out. That's all they talk about. That's all they talk about. Hey, stick him, rob him, take his money, throw him back down,
Yeah,
and he gonna say yes, ma'am.
it's
Right.
yeah.
And mainly, you know, because they know men think with the wrong head sometimes.
right.
So the main
Absolutely.
thing is our focus is we do think with that head a lot.
Yeah.
And to statistics, it says 90% of the day men think about that.
Yeah.
You know, think about sex. So it is one of those things where women can take advantage of that easily.
And they do.
That's-
And it's easy.
they-
It's easily to do.
Yeah, it's true because when I was going through that stage, that's all I thought about.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
now I don't think that way.
Right.
50.
Right, because you're
I
looking
don't
for
think
a wife.
I
You're looking for a
only
wife.
think that way when I start
Grown
dating
up.
someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we start kicking and being involved.
Yeah.
Then I start thinking that way.
Right, right.
Well, it's another half to that because I know from me being in the beauty industry and being in my business, it's a lot of women that come and go, and we often have a lot of conversation inside the beauty industry, you know, the beauty
Obviously.
shop.
Yep.
It was
yep.
a lot of
So
women at
I
a party
hear
too. I was so
so-
overwhelmed. I didn't know who to pick.
Right.
So I hear so many different
Make some
angles.
Who? I kind of narrowed it down. Darius is helping me. I was like, shit, the party was over. I was at home sleep, getting ready to go to work. But yeah,
But there are so many different angles that I hear on a daily basis. I hear what you got, all of you guys' points, and then there is a younger generation. And sometimes I hate to call them stupid, but if you can't tell them to marry for love,
Right.
yeah.
because right now they're in love, okay, they're feeling love.
They think.
Right.
That they
think.
think.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'll stay with this person. So they're staying to the point of getting beaten.
Yeah.
They're staying to the point of not having any security and having to be the only provider constantly, not even knowing what it feels like for two people to even have security because they're in love. So it's like when you say that, it just depends. It depends on the mindset of the person as well, because you can be grown and be stupid, or you can be young
It's a whole
and
lot
be
of
them.
stupid.
Yeah.
It's a lot
lot
of
of
them.
them.
Yeah.
When you, I mean, I would like to ask, like, what was that point of time in life for y'all that y'all knew what love was really about?
Me, it was, I say when I got out the streets, got a real job, and was taking care of family,
Okay.
where I was able to, and stop drinking. I haven't drunk in 16 years.
Okay.
So I was able to see clear, you know what I mean? So it was a lot of things that I cut out, and I started appreciating my wife. And, you know, before I didn't care. I just didn't care.
Yeah, how we grew up in them streets.
Right.
We grow up. Black men grow up with that attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
And
grew up
not
with a bad
having
attitude.
a father in the home
Yeah.
to see that. Mother with the boyfriend and didn't care about the kids. And so you pick up, I think young men pick up that they pick up what they see, you know,
Right.
so they don't know it.
Yeah.
So all we know is the OGs in the hood, which y'all telling us like, man, you get that bitch, man, and you running through the brinks, and then you know. So this is just what we taught, and you start until it gets tired.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, oh man, I
When
don't
you start hurting her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit get real.
Yeah. Now me, I actually grew up with a mother and a father in the home, and they were married for 38 years. My mother had passed away, but they was married for 38 years. I grew up with a prime example, a Christian home. So mother and father, Christian home. They didn't drink, they didn't cuss, smoke, none of that around, none of that. You know, and it was just one of those things where the teaching of how a man should treat a woman is what I seen from my father.
Yeah.
And my father, he
model.
told me man to man that he never cheated on my mother, never stepped out on my mother. And it was one of those things where it was already pre-programmed. A lot of young men wasn't able to see that.
Oh yeah.
Where their mothers, the younger, I see some peers of mine, their mothers and fathers was teaching them to go ahead and run through the tribe. They said, man, look, you run through the tribe, here goes some condoms, y'all handle your business. I remember looking at my parents like, why y'all don't give me condoms? They said, because we don't want you fucking. We don't want you having sex. We want you to be safe.
Yeah.
First time I had sex, my parents told me, don't wash your clothes with mine. You got AIDS. I was like, oh, what? I'm like, no. they told me you got the cooties. I said, what? He said, I'm taking you to the hospital right now, and I'm gonna tell your mama. I was like, oh man. So I thought I was good. I was looking for the attaboy. Like, he gonna pat me on the back and be like, son, yeah, you did your thing.
Yeah.
You know, he was like, no, I'm gonna tell your mama. And I'm like, what you mean? Like, you know, so I got ridiculed differently the first time I jumped in something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my father, he explained to me that that's for marriage. He's saying that it should wait. That's his belief. That's his values. That's how he was rolling with it. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I didn't listen. You know what I'm saying? Had a few babies after
we don't
that.
listen. We don't listen. We got to learn the hard way.
Right.
We got, and then that's like when, like Tone say, when I grew up in the neighborhoods that we grew up, because back then it was neighborhoods.
Yeah,
we still had the dope dealer, but it was still neighborhoods because we still got together and did things. But I analyzed the dope dude having a bunch of women plus his main woman. And doing all the things that he was doing and feel like as long as you got money, you could do what you want to do.
Absolutely.
And that was horrible because I had to learn the hard way by getting my heart broken and going through what I had to go through. Like, you know what? I don't never want to feel this pain again. So I need to stop. Even if it's dished out to me, I just got to know how to walk away.
Right.
Because you cannot control what somebody else gonna do. You don't own them.
That's
No, not at all.
You don't own them. And I think a lot of people think when they get in a relationship, you own this person that you with. That person still got to be who they are. That's how you met them. They still got to be able to go. It's a respect thing that y'all bring to the table together.
Most definitely.
And I had to learn it the hard way, especially when you have a son and you have a daughter. And I grew up totally without a father. And I was like, damn. I wish I had a dad here. Smack me across the head like, oh, blah, blah, blah. But that don't mean necessarily he would have been any good. Because I could tell he wouldn't have been no good because he wouldn't have never left the situation with my mother. So I say, okay, somewhere in your family, in your family tree, you have to stop the cycle. You have to stop the cycle, and you have to be like, okay, this is going to stop with me, Simmons, from now on. So my son and daughter has to see a healthy relationship between me and a woman starting now. But until then, I don't have women running in and out of my house.
And that's how
I
it's supposed to be.
respect my son, and I think when I meet a lot of women and they see this, they think it's a joke at first because I'm speaking it. Then when they start seeing it, they perceive me to be something else. Now they trying to bag the fuck up. Now it's too late because guess what? By that time, you done already gave me yourself. And it's good. And now you don't know what to do, so you find some kind of tragic way to get the hell out of Dodge. They don't even know. I'm like, and it scares me because I'm so easy to let something go.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to be that way, but that's what
Right now,
I've been programmed
Most definitely.
to be.
Yeah, because you don't put up with that bullshit.
Interject. You will easily let go something that's not right for you.
That's it.
Let's say that.
Yeah.
That's it.
because
that's a
these
good
women
thing.
have not been right for you.
No.
Yeah.
You have not found a suitable mate. And when you find a suitable mate, you're not gonna just let her walk out of your life like that.
No, it ain't gonna
Okay,
be that easy.
so let's
Yeah.
so I had to
Nah.
Yeah.
say that.
That's why I love to see when I see how happy my man is with her, and I see happy couples, I be cheering for that. Because we don't have enough young people, men and women, cheering for happy couples.
Nah.
We don't.
Yeah,
We want to see the tragedy and
Yeah,
you know, she cheated on him, and
Yeah,
we love getting off on that.
When they,
Why?
when they see it, it's rare.
It
You
is-
know,
it is.
yeah,
Well,
it's rare.
But somebody's still gonna say something.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
it's
are.
rare.
They so cute.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna last.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna last one
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, look at his leg, one
Then,
leg short.
then they gonna try to
Right.
get. Then they gonna try.
Right.
Then they gonna try to get the rundown on one of the
On
one of the people
Exactly.
about their past.
Past.
Let's resurrect
Exactly.
something.
he look
You
all
know,
that,
they
but I
must-
bet you he ain't got a good credit score.
Yeah. Oh man. You ain't got no. You ain't got no
They be
life.
saying everything
You ain't got no
now.
life
Somebody
insurance.
gonna say something.
They be saying
Yeah.
everything now. It's like,
Yeah.
listen, I ain't trying to prove nothing but to that woman I'm trying to pursue.
Hey, most definitely. Most definitely.
That's it.
I would say.
When you do, that's all that's gonna matter. You ain't gonna care what nobody say.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people, they got to get this, this social media is destroying a lot of relationships.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's not only this social media, but I was at the Automotive Global Summit with Jesse Jackson and all of those guys on Friday. And I was in one of the classes, the marketing and advertising class. And they showed us the Nielsen report of what African Americans are watching. Everything is Love and Hip Hop 1 through 8. That's the top.
Yeah.
Then it's the Blackish. It's all this nonsense. It's reality TV. So all this is influencing us. And you were saying something about it, the toxicity. It's toxic because they're watching all this reality TV.
Right.
And they're sensationalizing everything. So everybody, the normal
Absolutely.
folks, think that this is the way that we're supposed to live.
Yeah.
And it's not. This content is toxic to the community.
But it's selling.
Yeah, it
And
is.
it's selling.
It's
But
selling.
it is
Yeah.
toxic.
Yeah. They found another way to drop.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
know, in
absolutely.
social
Oh,
media,
yeah.
everything became a drug
Yeah.
to our community, and
Yeah.
they letting us destroy ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're making the most, I would say, the most treacherous people become the most powerful because they put them in
Yes.
powerful positions.
Yeah.
So when they commercialize them like
Absolutely.
that and say
Absolutely.
this is how you should be,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how your community is
Yeah.
gonna be, you know.
Yeah.
But now the crazy part about it is it's wearing off on their kids too. So you know, because all their
Yeah.
kids want to be everybody
Yeah.
that's
Mm-hmm.
prevalent
So
right
do.
now as well. So
Yeah.
you know.
So
But-
what does that turn into?
Yeah, well, it turns into something at an adolescent age, when they get, when they're a little bit younger. But as they get older, they revert back to their parents.
Yeah.
Right.
And
yeah.
you kind of, when you
Yeah.
get older, you revert back to your
Yeah.
parents.
You do.
I'm starting to
do.
see that.
I
I'm starting to see
I
that.
seen some Latino guys. I remember some of my homeboys. You know, like when they was younger, they be like, "Oh, what up, man? You know, we gang bang, we doing all this." When they get older, they like, "Folico, Luita." You know what I'm saying? They like, they turn right into the Mexican with the broom, and they look just like their daddy. I mean,
Yeah.
it look just like their daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I notice we do the same.
Same
You know, we
thing.
do the
Yeah.
same. You know, we do the
Yep.
same. We
Yep.
get older.
We do the same. I try to break it, but my son get me every time.
Oh, you get-
He remind me. He
man.
remind me that I'm getting old.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, he sure enough do. But I'm gonna ask y'all something, and like I said, when I've been, y'all don't even know how much I've been talking about y'all. I start no seriously
Oh, yeah.
though.
Represent.
Because she know I love seeing happy couples
Yeah.
because I want to be like that.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
don't it feel good to be with somebody and it's more easy to get along than to always be arguing over petty. Insecurity.
But they're suitable for each other.
Yeah.
It's a match.
Yeah, it's a good match.
Yeah.
That's why it works.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely.
And it's not toxic.
Nah, yeah, not toxic. I say this:
Yeah.
every relationship will have debates. You know, you
Oh,
got
yeah.
you got to
Absolutely.
you
You
got
will.
to you got to
You
debate
will.
debate smartly and not
But
try
it's
to
not
take
gonna
it.
be toxic,
Yeah, don't
though.
take each other's head off.
Just a good conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Agree to
I
disagree.
noticed in the video, your tone that you use with him. A lot of women don't use the proper tone with their man.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's
another thing.
very important
Yeah,
in a
it is.
relationship. You know,
Very.
It is.
you have a loving tone. So naturally, he responds in a loving manner to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Again, that's not taught.
That's not talk.
No, it's not. And let me just say this. I've had relationships in the past that weren't as beautiful as this, let's just say. And I had to, it's very important for you to take that time. I know a lot of people don't want to take that time to themselves in between relationships. But for me, I had to take that time to get rid of the old ways. You know what I mean? And just kind of cleanse yourself and then heal. And then, okay, let me figure me out. So I know his question earlier was, what was that pivotal moment? And to me, it was me loving me. Yeah. I do have 2 children who I love dearly, but that wasn't it. For me, it was when you finally find out who you are.
Yeah.
When you finally find out what you're worth. And your presence and your purpose of being on this earth, that to me was like, it's really the love of God.
Yeah.
I feel like nothing can touch that, you know. So once you and everybody isn't spiritual, and some people are, some people aren't. But for me, I was raised up in that, and that's just that's what it was for me.
A lot of prayer.
Yes.
A lot of prayer.
Absolutely.
A lot of prayer to find your
Yeah,
partner.
when you definitely can be with somebody, and I noticed in some women I dated, they will always hear me talk about God and what I had to deal with to be where I'm at today mentally.
Right.
And I could tell already, I was like, when I don't hear them speak about our Lord and Savior,
Oh,
I already know, like, okay,
Yep.
this ain't gonna work.
Yep.
This ain't gonna work.
But
But we could talk about we could talk about Kim K.
Everything.
Right.
yeah.
Anything.
But because seeing the women that you have met, they don't even know themselves or love themselves. I mean, like, really.
I know for us, that was something that happened very early.
Yeah.
It was very early.
Yeah, I would
What
say
was
it was.
something that happened
It was
The
talking about
conversation
yeah,
about God.
Yeah, the conversation about God.
Yeah.
We went to church early.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, we had our moments very
Okay.
very early. But I would say it was built throughout the years. Me and her not necessarily knowing each other. We was in two
Knowing
different
of each other.
knowing of each other. We was in 2 different places in our in our career. I was doing my thing. She was doing her thing in her career, but we actually kind of started together. At the same location. I was a photographer. It was Ace
Hell of a
Entertainment.
photographer.
How many years ago?
Hey, man, that was 2005 or 2006.
So,
I was a photographer in 2006, and she was a model that was modeling for the company.
Oh,
and,
wow.
And me and her seen each other, but I had a girlfriend at the time that was had a jealous girlfriend. I couldn't even speak to women like that. I'm like, head down, okay. So I'm like, okay, baby, because she would pop it off
Right.
at the location in front
Right.
of everybody.
Right.
So I'm like, oh no, I can't do this. So I would high and by and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And she would high and by.
and I would too, because
She had somebody too.
I did, but we had seen each other, let's just put it like that,
Yeah.
over the years
Yeah.
of just being in the same industry, being around each other. I knew he was a grand photographer and he knew about me modeling,
Yeah.
but we never crossed that. We just didn't.
We,
I don't know.
We just on social media, we seen each other.
Right.
Right.
So I was like loving her without her knowing
From a
it.
distance.
From a distance.
and I was the same.
And she said she loved me from a
I
distance.
was watching,
But I'm
and
like-
just still
Comments
never.
on
I don't know.
I want to ask her. I want to ask her a good question.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's coming.
Okay.
Men, especially the way my man carry himself and look, because I get the same thing. When did you finally realize that he wasn't full of shit? When you knew, like, okay, this dude for real about me.
Let's talk about that.
See,
Yeah.
when did you realize? Because I get that. And I was like, man, when did you realize that you knew that this man, he really is interested in me? You knew that he wasn't full of shit.
Okay. I'm going to be honest. I knew it from the first conversation.
Did you?
From the first day that we looked at each other eye to eye, I knew it. Yeah. I knew it. I knew that the connection was like no other. It was something that I've never felt in any other relationship. And I know everybody says that, and it's so cliche because you would think like, but the one like what is this feeling that they talking about? You know, but it is. It is. Right. It's very true. Yeah. It's very real. And I just knew this time around it wasn't going to be no games.
Nah.
Okay. So I knew either we're going to do this or we aren't. And he was coming. He was not, lacking in any way. Yeah. He didn't play any games. No. So it happened early.
Yeah, it happened early.
I like that.
Now, I'll say this. Didn't play no games, but she did block me at one point from Facebook.
Oh, boy.
She blocked me at one point. It was just...
I did. Can I tell why?
Let's let the truth be told.
Yeah, can we tell the truth?
On that part, yes.
Okay. So, here's the deal. He was leaving another relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. And
unhealthy relationship.
Another unhealthy
that was
relationship.
Faith Evans, wasn't it?
And what it is that, you hear people play games and it was more like, oh, I'm going to leave my relationship. Everybody say that. Right.
Yeah. They do.
So to me,
and that's a lot.
But
like,
really, men are we notorious for saying that and not doing it.
Okay. And so that's my first thought was, oh, okay, I ain't, But like I said, that connection, I knew that was real. Yeah. And so it kept me, but I was like, well, Lord, I'm going to do this differently this time. Yeah. I said I've been single, I've been celibate, and I had been praying for God to send me a man. But God not going to send me somebody else, man.
No, never.
So,
never that.
I blocked him.
She blocked me from Facebook.
And from my phone, from Facebook and everything. Because I said, well, if you're going to leave her, leave.
So, but let me tell you.
Were supposed to
but
do.
Let me tell you what happened. So then.
I don't think I want to hear what you got. I want to keep hearing what she going to say.
I want to hear what he going to say, too.
So then, after she blocked me, after I was already in a bad relationship, and we was on our way out the door. Right. And I'm like, it's done.
And he was seriously thinking he was going to come my way.
So I'm looking like, hey, I'm going her way. But now I look like...
I thought it was serious, but
I'm like, hold on. I'm like, she blocked me.
And I look like...
Right.
I thought we had something special, and I was, okay. So I said, okay, so I went ahead and went back to my relationship, like, hey, well, I guess we can make it work tight, And this is only like within a month, like a half a month of me having miscommunication with my partner. Like, I'm like, hey, where you at? I ain't catching her till about 3 a.m, 5 a.m. I'm like, what's going on? And I'm like, oh, okay, well, it's time to roll. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's when I knew it was time to be out. And, I'm like, I'm looking in a whole nother direction now. Doors totally open. Mm-hmm. And I was faithful to my last situation, totally faithful. Mm-hmm. Gabe, I only did 1 year relationship. It was my first time actually being fully committed, like no extra nothing. It was a public relationship on Facebook, social media, everything. So I was faithful to that, and she seen it too. She seen it a little bit on Facebook, and so she didn't.
I was watching from a distance.
Watching from a distance. So she stayed in her lane. I stayed in mine. I looked like, but I was looking at. I'm like, listen, now if this girl ever mess up, then I'm with. I'm coming for this one.
Right.
I already knew that.
I never knew that he felt that way about me, but I was looking the same. I kept saying, "Oh my God, just why is he with her?" I'm like, how did I miss this? Like, we never said anything all of these years.
And I'm sitting there like, please mess up.
But I didn't know because we didn't reach out to each other, so I didn't know he was feeling that way. He didn't know I was feeling that way.
Yeah.
So it was just one of those things. So when I blocked him, he went back, and then he blocked me.
I blocked her.
So listen, I'm on the phone with my girlfriend, and I'm like, I thought I did the right thing. So I'm like, okay, this shit ain't working. Something ain't right. Something didn't happen right. So I retraced back. I was talking to my girlfriend. I told her what I did, and I felt good about what I did. I thought it was the right thing. And so she was like, well, I'm not going to lie, but I've been watching him on Facebook. I couldn't see because I blocked him.
Right.
And she was like, it's just something in his eyes that tells me that you need to reach out to him. Like, it's something going on. She was like, it's not the same person anymore. And I know he's still, with this girl, but something isn't right.
I was miserable.
So I unblocked him. Well, I tried to go to my phone to unblock him, and then I noticed he blocked me. I said, well, he done blocked me. So I can't unblock him to see. So then I just unblocked him on my phone. I sent him a message, and I said, did you block me?
And that's when
And
that
then
started.
we started back, and he's
Yeah.
like, well, I thought you didn't want to have nothing to do with me anymore because you blocked me. And I said, no. I sent him a long page letter explaining to him why I blocked him, what God had expected, what I felt like he expected of me to do.
Absolutely.
And when he got done doing what he
Yeah.
did, he didn't never read the message. He
Yeah,
never got
no,
the message.
no.
So it was a total miscommunication. So I was glad that I did go back because he would have been gone.
I would've
and
been
if I
gone.
would have never reached out and I stood by wholeheartedly what I believed in, I would have just, we would have missed each other again.
I would have been with the wrong person.
Well, with your girlfriend, that was divine intervention,
Exactly.
okay?
Exactly.
She was supposed to tell
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And y'all was supposed to hook up.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
divine order,
Yeah.
okay?
man.
Yep. So it came full circle back around, and then it was like, okay, well, what's going on? And he like, well, half of my stuff out, half of my stuff in. I got to get the rest. I said, well, get the rest.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
We gotta go. So we
Right.
did it, and ever since then, it's
Yeah.
been wonderful.
Fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been fire.
It's been fire.
Yeah. And
She
that's
know
what
me because
happened.
I speak up on a lot.
Yeah.
Now, did you have repercussions from the ex after that?
Ooh, tell me about it. Yeah, man. Listen.
Wait a minute. What
Listen.
station is this airing on?
Podcast Detroit.
Podcast.
Oh
Okay,
Man.
they won't find us.
no, they
Hey,
gonna
man.
find it. They gonna find it. They gonna find it. I'm gonna say, listen. We gonna tell it. Hey, listen.
We ain't here. We might as well tell it.
I had 10 months of
What you wanna call it?
harassment,
Hell.
harassment,
Turmoil.
fake pages, stalkers, all types of crazy stuff going
Right,
on,
right.
and
Breaking your car.
meeting up, my
Turn your water off at your house?
My ex meet. Yeah, listen,
Why you in there
That's
trying to take a
some
shower?
shit right there.
listen, my ex.
Can't take a shower.
My ex meeting up. Listen,
insane.
listen. My ex meeting up with her ex.
They won't get information and spread
get information
it,
and spread
and then
rumors.
they put out something else.
They came up with a scheme to say that they hooked us up. Like
I was her friend. He was his friend.
I met him.
And
I
we
met her.
crossed each other.
Yeah, I met
Something. I
her
don't know what it
through
was.
him, and he hooked us up. So I'm a sleaze bag that
insane.
went behind his back and took his woman or something. I don't know.
wow.
And then she supposed to have hooked us up, and she was
I
good
don't
friends with
know.
her. It was all lies, man. They
Right.
spreaded all this stuff to try to destroy it
Right.
before it could come out.
We were dating still.
Yeah.
And we were still getting to know each other. So we did not want the world to know that we were together, especially with him just coming out of a public
Yeah,
relationship
right,
that was on
right,
Facebook. You got friends, family intertwined.
Yeah,
You got
right.
business people.
Right,
This was
yeah.
over 7 years.
Right.
They were on and off for 7 years, but they had a 1 year committed relationship.
Right.
Right.
So we let's keep the drama down.
Right.
We gonna do
It's
this
like-
So
undercover.
we tried to,
Yeah.
but
You
they
know.
but they were coming for us real bad.
Oh,
and
my
we
God.
waited a whole about 9 or 10 months to release our relationship publicly.
Didn't nobody know.
Nobody
I was
knew.
live. They seen an arm. They like, who is this man? Nobody knew.
I'm live. She
seen
showed
the
my
arm, the
watch or
shoulder,
something.
a
And,
watch.
but she wouldn't get me on camera.
Never.
And I made sure they waited. We waited 10 months. We made sure we was
Just
solid.
to make sure we,
Yeah.
this is what. And oh my
Man,
God,
she-
nobody knows.
But
Like the things we haven't said anything. We haven't addressed it on Facebook.
oh man,
We haven't
It
let
is-
anybody
listen,
know.
We've been called
We're
out on
even-
Facebook several times on her page. Up
I
under
believe
her,
it.
up under
Yeah.
her page, it says
Mm-hmm.
all these dirty comments about her. It says all these.
Down, let's say 30 pictures. Let's say over the course of however many months you have posted 30 pictures.
Yeah.
Go down each picture and copy and paste and copy
Yeah.
and paste. She's a fraud. He's a fake. She's a this.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
that.
They do stuff like that.
It's been like going on for months now, nonstop.
Yeah.
Creating fake pages,
He
creating
shop-
fake
he-
pages of
he,
our
he shops
names.
at Foreman Mills, which I don't mind Foreman Mills. What's wrong with it?
I have
Nah,
great T-shirts.
I mean, I get all my T-shirts, my V-necks from there.
Friends, family, calling.
Yeah.
It's,
So
Everybody just-
they like I said, but the attempts have been void. Like they
Mm-hmm.
tried, and we just delete the
Right.
comments off the
Delete
page.
them.
Right.
Keep it moving.
Keep it moving
As long
and,
as
going
y'all
about
two
our
know,
day,
you know.
and then
That's
all
what-
then all our
Hey.
people say we know who that is.
Yeah,
That
and
was-
you know what? I think a lot more other couples could survive if they get that same attitude.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
Or have that foundation.
when you finally have
absolutely.
that foundation,
Yeah.
or with that person, look, baby, it's me and you against the world now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what it
That's
was.
how it should be.
Yeah.
Now it's hard.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, because
difficult.
there's been plenty of times where he had to pick me up and be like, "Okay, listen, you know."
I had to get in the game plan,
'cause
baby. No,
I'm
don't
like,
respond.
"Oh hell, you done brought all of this and this
No,
bitch,
no,
and
no,
everybody
no.
come in
Right.
and the water off,
No,
you know."
No, my
So
baby.
he done had to be like, "Listen."
No, my baby like, send the goons. I'm like, no, hold him back, hold him back.
No,
No
like, I
troops.
didn't
That
know.
water off is a
Sign
new
up
one for
for
me.
this.
That's a new one.
Send the
So,
troops.
You know, we're human.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
I'm
that
like-
water
I'm
off.
like-
does nothing but feed
Hey,
the fire.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
like,
Let them know that you
But
paying
knowing
attention to
God,
them.
though,
I'm like,
Yeah.
baby,
and
what would
knowing
Jesus do?
the path
Right.
that, you know, the ending result and the path and the bigger picture of what we know that God brought us together and what we're supposed to be doing. So,
That's the best thing to do is ignore it.
Absolutely.
yeah.
So so he's the first to get our exclusive story here
News.
on that
Right.
part. And
Yeah.
we can go more into details, but we we'll leave it
Right.
right there with that
We
part.
will, we will let y'all breathe.
Oh man, let y'all breathe.
Yeah.
Woo.
I wanna ask Tone something. Like,
Yeah.
Tone, what do you think? What is the number one problem or problems why young or black couples cannot get together and stay together?
You know what? Again, social media
Okay.
and greed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And greed. You want it, and when you get it, then that's not what you want all the way.
Yeah.
Or if you see him, he got on this fur coat and I got on this coat. So now you judging both of us and you think he has more than me. So you want to go over there with him.
Then we
And
get it.
then when you get
Right.
it, it
Right.
ain't what you
What you
thought.
signed up for.
Most definitely.
You
Most
know,
definitely.
and I think again that goes from being taught that or seeing that, you know, the two couple household is rare.
Right.
It's like gold. When you go over somebody's house, like, man, your father's still with your mama.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you
right.
like, yeah, you know, and they just don't know it. And it's like they'll listen to Ray Ray and Pookie before they listen to somebody that got something that's doing something good.
Yeah.
And it's rare that you might like my kids' friends that my kids are grown and they're getting married and their friends getting married and they come like, man, Pops, how you do this? You know, it's learned, and every day it's a job.
Yeah.
And I just reached 50. My wife is 51, but it wasn't that easy. It looks easy now when people see it's like, man, y'all happy as hell. You know, but don't know when it was a cat fight all the time.
Yeah.
Who was racing home to get the couch
Right.
or the bed, you
Right.
know.
Or
But
that remote.
that right. You know, and every little thing is a fight.
Right.
Every
Everything.
little thing.
Yeah.
You like, oh God, man. And you get tired of it.
Yeah.
But if that's the person, you know, because we went through that same ridicule when we got back together. I was like, oh, he gonna fail.
Yeah.
But what they don't know is when I stopped, I prayed for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is what I prayed for. And my wife, she said something to me when we got back. She said she had to stop listening to other people and follow her own heart.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So those are the things that we try to like distill in our daughter and our sons. But it's just like, man, something they just won't listen. I was thinking about hiring a young interpreter and saying, listen, tell her this. And then he'd be like, yeah, so what he's saying is if you do that, then he'd be like, oh. You know, and it's just like,
that is funny.
they just won't they just won't listen to and that was the thing with us growing up. We listened.
Yeah.
Older person said something.
Yeah.
We took it to heart, like, oh. Now they just won't listen.
No.
And out of 10 couples, young couples, you might have 2 that listen to somebody and they doing the right thing.
Yeah.
They look at it, oh, I want what they got. But then still go home and do the opposite of that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's I think greed plays a lot of it, you know, a good part of it.
And definitely selfishness.
Selfishness.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely
You know,
selfishness.
it's about me.
Yeah.
And that's how both of them think.
Self-control.
And then too, like, and I know I could tell. I was watching them again. I'm stalking them,
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
and did I not call you today and say, "Was you at Pop Up World?"
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because when I was dating such a one, somebody I was dating, and I took her there for her birthday because she loved, like, when I talk and when I'm dating somebody and pursuing a woman, I listen too damn well.
Oh yeah.
And it shocks them, like, I ain't think, nigga, you listen like that.
Right.
But that was one of the places where I took her and we had a ball. And when I seen you there, it brought back the memories.
Oh yeah. Oh
like,
yeah.
damn, I should be in a race. But it brought back, man, I'm like, I never, and here's something else. I always wanted to have a woman or somebody I was dating. I always wanted to celebrate Halloween.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And when I seen y'all, I got jealous.
Oh, don't get it. Because I had to make him.
Yeah.
This
I
is
don't
not
mind
something
somebody
that
making
he
me.
did.
Yeah.
It's not something that he
Right.
enjoyed dressing up, and I had to, like, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I told her, I said, baby, it's foolish. I got to put on a costume.
I'm
I
like, we
said,
gotta
I'm
have
not doing that.
fun. Because this is our
Yeah,
first
he
year.
He had them
together.
guns
She
out,
worked
too.
on me for a year.
First holidays, first,
Yeah.
everything is coming up first. And so I'm like, well, this is what I do. And he like, oh, I don't do that.
Listen,
So
But
you
he
gotta
did it, though.
compromise.
got an overwhelming response. And let me say this. And I got her to go to Checkers.
Yeah,
See, now,
'cause I didn't want to go there.
In our first, let me say this. In our first, maybe our first month or two dating, I took her out to a couple restaurants. She took me out too. She was treating too. She was doing. We was tag teaming.
Yeah.
I happened to pull up to Checkers, and I remember going
The
in
restaurant.
the restaurant Checkers. That's
Yeah.
what do you call it
Not-
again?
not
the
the
one you call.
Checkers.
Not the burger.
No,
Not the
burger.
bar.
no,
But
Okay.
it's
No,
the,
the
it's
bar.
the bar downtown.
Oh,
Checkers
Checkers.
bar.
Checkers
Okay,
the
okay,
one
that's
you-
what
with the
I'm asking you,
arcade.
The restaurant or the bar.
What do you
Okay, I
call
know
it?
what
About
you're
a
talking
Pop-Up
Hard Rock
World.
Cafe.
You call it Pop-Up World.
Yeah,
with
Pop-Up
arcades.
World.
Okay.
Called Checkers.
Okay.
Yep. Checkers
Checker
Pop-Up
bar.
World.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I happened to take her in there, and I remember.
You told me you
I
was
remember.
taking me somewhere
No,
special.
listen. I told her everything was closed. Like we looked at the time. The time was like maybe 11:30, and the only thing open after that, you know how it goes, 11:30, 12
I ain't know
o'clock.
about that.
Right.
So we like, oh man, I'm like, okay. So I happened to like, all right, no, it might have been close to 12, but I took her into Checkers, and I remember we sitting down. I remember she had an attitude the whole time. I was like, hold on, I know she ain't acting like that.
It's a
Right.
kind of old-fashioned
Yeah,
spot.
yeah. So
I was not ready for it.
So
You
she
at
was
least
in there.
prepare me.
She was
Told me
in
you
there.
was taking me somewhere special.
She had the biggest attitude and said, I can't eat nothing
I
in
said
here.
I ain't eating no hot dogs or
She
tater
said,
tots.
I'm not eating this. And I said, so what do you want to do? And she said, I want to go. And I said, okay, well, let's go. So I took her to Checkers that time, and she just like, I don't want to eat nothing in there. So we went back to Checkers Pop-Up World for the Halloween event.
For the party.
And she suggested it and said, let's go to
Right.
Checkers.
I was
There's a
looking
Halloween
for
party
something
there.
online and it popped
So
up.
when she sat down and ate their little slider burger, she said, these the best damn sliders I ever had.
They burgers.
That's what you get.
Tone, they
These
burgers
the
all
best damn sliders
It's
I
all
ever had.
Yeah.
And I said, you remember you wanted to leave this place?
Right.
I had to leave out of there with my head down like, damn. I'm like, I got me a bad and bougie motherfucker
Right,
now. She like, I'm not eating this shit.
Right.
I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
It does look a little seedy in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen.
Yeah.
No, but let me say this. Every time me and her go out, we spend at least $150 at every restaurant.
Right.
But now listen,
yeah.
I used to do it like maybe once or twice a week.
Right.
She like
Every night.
five times a week, like $150 a night.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, baby, look, I done
bad.
topped off. I done did my $150 3 nights. 3 nights. And she be like, oh no, we going. I got it.
Right.
I'm like, okay, baby, we going. Let's have fun.
Right.
Let's go have fun, baby.
No, I can't stop the fun. So I'm like, oh, you
Yeah.
ain't got what?
She be like,
Whoa.
I'll be like, no, look, baby,
We
hold
got
on.
$7.
I'm about to buy you some. I'm buying you some shoes with this other $150,
Right.
and we're gonna save on the food. She said, no, you get the shoes, baby. I got the food. I'm like, damn, okay,
Right.
all right. Well, we got both.
We do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that. That's
But
that
it feels good.
togetherness.
It feels good to. I think the thing that most people like about us is that they always say we're alike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I love
I'm
some of
the female version of him. I get that
Yeah.
all the time.
I said
She's
that.
stunned like her daddy.
Right.
So I think, that being in the fashion industry, I think that helps. We have
Yeah.
a lot of things in common.
Right.
Now, I had some things in common with some people in the past too. That doesn't always work.
Yeah.
It doesn't always work. Like having a lot of things in common and being the exact same. It just so happened to work with us.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
don't know how.
It's that match.
Well, let me
Right,
ask you guys.
divine
What
and-
sign are you guys? Because I believe in astrology.
I do too.
Me too.
Okay, so what?
And so
I'm the only one that don't believe in that.
I do.
Yes.
You have to, if you really get into
Maybe
it.
that's one of my
It
problems.
is so.
Yeah, it is.
It's
And
a-
so I
good.
believe
It's
in the whole
good.
doing the whole
Me
chart.
too.
Okay.
And the
I'm a
numerology.
Libra.
Okay.
October the 1st.
In
Okay.
astrology, it says Scorpio can teach Libra new things.
Wait a minute, you a Scorpio?
I'm a Scorpio.
But,
so you already know.
listen to this though. He's an October Scorpio.
Yeah.
Oh, so you
And
got
I'm
some
October
Libra influence.
Libra.
Oh my
So
goodness. Okay.
now that part, we bump heads a little bit, on.
Ah.
And that's why because everybody goes
Yeah.
through that. You got to learn each other part.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
Right.
you got to catch that wave of
Right.
so before you can ride it. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, he like this
No.
and I like that, or I'm like
Yeah,
this.
no,
you sleep.
it's like, baby, stay on the boat. Stay on the boat.
That's what he always
That's
tell
what I
me. Like,
baby,
get back on the boat, baby. Get back on the boat.
You know how like
Tell
okay,
me I get off the
you know how
boat.
like men are from where they say Mars,
Mars
and
and
women
women are
from
from Venus.
From
Yeah.
Venus.
I'm sure. That's
Okay.
true.
No,
So-
it is.
so with
that's a
that-
fact.
They could be speaking the same language and not know they're speaking the same language.
Absolutely.
So a man, and I heard women actually admit to this and say, I did misinterpret a lot of things before, and the man had to slow down and re-explain it to the
Right,
woman
right.
and say, no, baby, I wasn't offending you. I was giving you a compliment.
Compliment, right.
Oh, I thought you were saying my eyebrows. Because
Right,
you paused
right,
for a minute and you
right.
said, no, baby. I was saying
Right.
your eyebrows look very nice on you. They
Right.
don't look good on other women
Right.
like
But
that.
that
But they
looks
look very
good
nice.
on you.
So,
Right.
yeah. And she'd be like, oh, because they already be like, what? And it's like, no.
Defense.
You like this.
Yeah.
You got to put your hands up. About to get stabbed. Like,
I
so-
don't
Right,
know.
right.
So
Men,
what?
That's
Be
true.
like,
we're
baby,
the only
baby,
women
stay on
in
the
the
boat.
room. We got
Exactly.
4 men in here, and they just speak a little different than we do. And I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
personally, women communicate better. That's just my opinion.
But that's the way we've been socialized to be better
and
communicators.
sometimes he may be meaning that, but that's not what he said.
Y'all lie to each other a lot.
Huh?
What do you mean? What are you talking
Oh.
about?
When y'all see other women,
There go what?
girl,
There go what?
You is could you. And so she be like, did you see what she had on?
Oh, no, I don't do that.
Nah. See, and that's the first thing they say. Y'all sit back and it's
that
That's
was
a
a-
fake
that-
woman. I don't have
that
nothing
was
to
a
do with
perfect
her
example
or where
of
she
what?
came from.
No.
Because I sit back and watch it and be cracking up like you can't be
That's a
saying the
fake
same
woman.
thing
That's
I
a
think.
fake
Really,
woman.
I'm
A
not
lot
going to
of-
compliment another woman if I don't appreciate what she has on.
No,
or-
because you ain't gonna catch
Yeah.
me lying.
What about their
I'm just
baby?
not gonna say nothing.
What about their baby?
You know what?
I ain't gonna say
Oh,
nothing.
You know
baby's
what?
cute.
No,
No,
I don't
see,
say
that's the best
nothing.
thing. Don't say
I don't
nothing
say
about
nothing
it.
because I ain't got the line going to hell and my grandma said.
I learned from the elders. You say that's a fine baby. That doesn't mean that the baby's fine. That's a fine baby because it's a
I
baby.
learned from my
Okay.
elders. You don't
That's a
say
fine baby.
nothing.
That's a
Don't
fine
just say
baby.
nothing. If she walk in the room, I ain't saying nothing. I ain't got
See,
to
I
say
think
nothing. The
men
Lord
are
ain't
more
told me I had
blunt.
to.
I leave it alone.
When you ask
Oh, you got a fun
for
baby.
the truth, or like if women ask me at work and they ask me something and I don't think it looks right, I say everything ain't for everybody. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now,
they
you
ain't
can
walking
do
away
that.
mad.
Oh yeah,
Right.
when I
Because
get
she
that,
They still
understood
be
that.
walking away
Yeah,
mad
exactly.
though.
but I get a lot of appreciation out of it.
Yeah.
Like
They
work
told me
next
the real
day,
deal.
they in a whole different style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
but y'all, how you look on me, girl? Ooh,
Yeah.
you is rocking that.
I-
And
I'm
I
not
be looking
gonna- I'm
like,
not gonna
I don't
lie.
think
I-
they want
I
to
gotta-
offend.
I got
And I
Those
get
are the
it.
ones
Yeah.
who
I
can't
get that.
stand up and offend.
Yeah.
I got a habit too of telling them the truth. I just do it in a smooth way.
Smooth way,
I do it in a
right.
very smooth way. I say, you know what? We can enhance it. I got a makeup artist that can actually take care of
Yeah.
you. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
got a hairstylist that can get you together.
Right.
And actually, you put your lipstick on a little bit heavy, but I got somebody that can take care of that. They
Right.
can fix it. They can
Right.
fix it. And baby girl, everything be tight. You'll be photo shoot ready. And matter of fact, that makeup actually might have been 2 shades, not your color. But what they can do is they have another. They have another.
shade
They
just
got
for
another
you.
shade just
Yeah.
for you, baby.
Yeah.
And man, it's good.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the photo shoot.
She
We're gonna be
feed
ready.
off into
I can
it.
tell he good at that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
man.
mean,
He's a
can see-
photographer.
He's a photographer.
Oh,
Yeah, he can say that.
That'll work with everybody but your own woman.
I was about to say, maybe it works for the
at
ones
you
in the
like,
back.
oh, really?
I know.
Never asked
I ain't
that
worried about it because let me tell you something.
It might have worked the first time.
Darius came like Darius and Katrina came like Katrina. So what happened was he has a woman that he now doesn't have to do that as
Yeah,
much.
Right.
In
yeah.
the past,
Yeah.
he
Right.
have had to do that
Right,
with
right.
a lot
Yeah.
of women that
Right.
he
Yeah.
has
Oh,
been
yeah.
with. And
That's
that's
true.
just
Right.
being
That
honest.
is true.
Right.
And so when I came, he was trying to give me a lot of pointers, and I was looking at him like, what kind of where
Yeah.
you came from? You know, because most men don't do that
Yeah,
much.
right.
I don't need all of that. Now, you can
Right.
give me some pointers, but baby
Yeah.
boy, I got you here. You will stay. No problems.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
No problems. And
So-
then
so-
you have to let me be me.
Yeah, most definitely. Let her be her, and she did what she did.
Yeah.
But by me being in the fashion industry,
Right,
beauty
right.
industry, I shoot a lot of models,
Mm-hmm.
and I got to get them together before
Right,
this film,
right.
Because people gonna talk about my pictures and be like, "Ooh, her shoes was
Right,
her shoes was 2 inches too big."
Right.
Oh,
Like
she had
ooh.
on some Cadillacs.
So he's very
She had on some-
particular.
she had on some
I don't know if
stockings with
that's
the shoe.
photography or Scorpio.
No, yeah, both. A little bit of both. But how I learned is when I was shooting the pictures back in the day when I was young, I'd be like, man, I did some great work of this young lady. Man, look at this. And I'll show a group of 10 young ladies, and they would tear her apart, man. Like,
Right.
man, look at her edges.
Right,
Oh, my
right,
God. They'd be like,
right.
oh, look at her shoes.
do.
She got on stockings with that.
Cadillacs.
So what I learned to do was eliminate the flaws. So I can look at a person and I can just straight physically eliminate all the flaws on them where anybody that can see them, they'll be like, man, this person untouchable. They untouchable. Like,
Right.
it's nothing. I can
Right.
do it with anybody. And I'm just
Right.
good at doing it. So
Right,
naturally,
right.
my mind automatically goes there.
Right, right.
So when my lady,
When I came, he
my
was
lady,
all like-
my lady was pretty flawless. You know,
Right,
and she
right,
had
right,
she had her
absolutely.
own style.
Right.
And I think I had my own style, and I was trying to oppose my style on her, and I didn't realize that some of my women's styling, some of it was a little bit more old fashioned.
Right.
The woman I dated before was about 47 now. She's about 47,
Yeah, that's too
but she's about 47, and she's 35.
I ain't putting no
Okay.
Now.
sequins on.
So it was a certain. I'm trying to get her to wear these sequence dresses.
I ain't putting
and
that sequins
I
on
wear
myself.
sequins.
Yeah, you was dating a veteran.
Yeah, I was.
Put that sequence on. I ain't putting that on.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I
Yeah.
will if a little bit of it on there, but
Yeah. So like a little bit of sequence, but she's a lot more stylish. So I noticed that
Absolutely.
all the people, all my friends and family, they be like, I just wanted to tell you, man, your ex, she couldn't dress. I'm like, damn, I dressed her. I'm like, well, I'm good at dressing, but I'm like, they like,
was
no.
good at it.
They
What
said,
he did for
no,
her.
they said, no.
because before it was worse than
They said she was wearing too short of dresses and she was too old for that shit she was wearing.
Right.
They said the stuff that she was wearing,
Right,
she
right.
wasn't. It
Looking
wasn't in her
like a
proper
old
age.
fool.
They
Okay.
said she was trying to dress like a young one.
Right.
So
when
they
he
was
was trying to,
yeah, I was trying to beef her up.
Right,
This
right.
one
because
naturally
he was
had
eliminating
it.
Right.
his flaws.
Put it on her. I ain't had that issue.
Yeah, right.
I was eliminating the flaws, baby.
Right.
I'm like,
Right. Absolutely.
Got it, you
So what's your sign?
I'm a Sagittarius.
What's yours?
oh yeah,
Virgo.
I'm a Taurus.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
yeah, Taurus.
You
Oh
sound-
yeah.
Okay. What kind of which month?
April.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, Taurus. Yeah.
Well, I'm a true Sagittarius. I'm December.
December.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Virgo.
So I'm more honest.
September 4th.
Okay. That's. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, Taurus is very direct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, you
yeah,
thinking
they
about
are.
Virgo a little too much.
I'm
Nah,
just trying to cuss.
Well,
because
you know
okay.
what? I'm
Beyonce
gonna tell
birthday.
you something about Virgos. He
What?
is extremely picky.
Beyonce is a Virgo.
We
Yes,
the same
she-
So
birthday.
that's what I was
And
thinking.
Jay-Z's a
Yeah.
Sag.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
Sagittarius is
know
more
about
laid
that.
back.
Offset's
What's wrong
a
with Virgo?
Sag.
Now, I'll be honest with you. Now, you're pretty exciting to be a Sagittarius, but I met a lot of boring Sagittariuses. Like they're
See,
boring.
but listen, I'm a true Sag.
December what?
My rising sign is in Sagittarius, so I'm a true Sag.
Yeah.
Through
Okay.
and through. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Y'all
So
yeah,
I'm
deep
more
with this shit.
optimistic and everything. You've got to know your whole chart.
I'm a true
sweetie.
Libra too.
yeah.
You are? Okay.
Okay,
So.
yeah. Now, and I know Taurus. Now, my father's a
Oh
Taurus,
Lord.
and my dad was always direct.
Yeah.
Strong,
And
stubborn.
it'll
firm.
be listen.
Brutally
That
honest.
call.
Yeah.
Listen,
Seriously.
see, I'm a Scorpio, so I would call my son. Just say my son.
Get
I'm
it
like,
in order.
hey son, hey, how was your day today, man? Yeah, it was good, good. Okay, cool. Yeah, you treat your mama good, cool. Yeah. Did you take the trash out too? See, a Taurus will call you and say, son, you be like, hello? Hey, son, stop playing games. Did you take out the trash?
Right.
They get right to the
Yeah.
point. Like, fuck all that
Yes.
sugar coat.
Absolutely.
I'm putting my horns right in you.
Yeah.
And then if you listen, if you say the wrong answer, that can be treacherous.
Oh,
Dealing
yeah.
with a Taurus. If you say I didn't take out the trash, Man, it's irresponsible, man.
Yeah.
They gonna hit you right.
Yeah.
It's irresponsible. They're gonna
Absolutely.
piece you
That's
up,
how they are.
and
That's
then
how
they'll build you back up
Yeah.
after that. But they gonna hit you for a
That's-
minute.
oh, yeah.
Them horns going
And
in
them
you.
finances better be tight.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
They better be in order. You ain't
Oh,
spending no
yeah.
extra money when
yeah.
I say we ain't got it.
Them horns
Yeah,
going.
yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Not as Virgo.
I'm
Virgo.
sitting here waiting on y'all to get on
Virgos are
Virgo.
Yeah, go ahead to Virgo.
They
He's
are
super picky. I mean,
they are sweet, but they a little bit remind me a little bit of a Libra because they tip a lot. They tip top. Like
you got to get that balance.
which
Yeah.
side they want to be on a certain side, but they you know
It's a little
Yeah,
true.
a little bit.
I
Yeah.
used to read when I started reading up on it because my girl Yolanda in Atlanta, she started telling me she'll send my sign and all this stuff, and I started reading. I'm like, damn, this shit kind of true. And it was like one of the main things that they kept saying in there that I was an overthinker,
That's
Yeah,
true.
You guys are, yeah.
That's true.
and I had to stop overthinking.
That's true.
But not when it came to women, just business.
In general.
In general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will overthink
Yeah.
things, and then when I get to a certain point, I wouldn't do it anyway.
Right.
I wouldn't buy this house, or I wouldn't buy this car, or I just
Well,
say,
that
okay,
sounds like
fuck
a
it.
Taurus too.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that.
I was getting ready to
Yeah.
say you
My
over
wife
here
would say
talking
that
about
in a minute. She like,
that's a
You
Taurus.
thinking too much.
Always.
She'll just tell me
Always.
like you thinking too much, and I try to think everything through like
Because they want it
turn
perfect.
Right. Yeah, you know. So
It's the perfect thing.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
what you two have in common in your signs is wanting everything to be perfect and you overthink it to the point and you just you let it drive you
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Let you stay up
Yeah.
at night
I-
It do
sometimes.
drive me crazy and
Absolutely.
stay,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
do
I-
stay
Yeah,
up at
I
night.
know.
Yeah.
I
I
do.
know.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
one of the downfalls. That's one of the upfalls for Beyonce because she used a lot of her overthinking in her music. And that's why she has a alter ego. That's really that overthinker.
Yeah.
All of that stuff she went through with Jay-Z and all of that. If you hear her songs, some of them raging, some of them soft, some of them this, some of them that. That's all them extra peoples, y'all. Y'all know them extra
You know
people.
what? You know what?
Some extra people.
What started helping me out, and when I was going to therapy, because like I said, he know and they know I got a son with autism, and I couldn't figure everything out with him. So me and him started going to therapy, and one of the things that the lady told me at therapy, she like, "Saying you got a lot, you've been through a lot. Start writing all that stuff down."
Yeah.
So I would come in the house and I shut everything off and I just started writing my story. And I started about, I Can Sing was born in 1969. You know what I'm saying? In Florida, Miami, Florida, blah, blah, blah. And I just started. And next thing I know, when I wasn't dating anybody, when I stayed to myself, I write more. And then when I started dating someone and I know who I'm dating wasn't right for me, I wouldn't write at all. And I knew that was a problem because whoever I'm dating or being with shouldn't stop me from doing my personal, my personal
yourself.
things
You
for
what-
me. And I noticed every time I got into something with somebody, I stopped my personal.
Stop production. Yeah. You wasn't in a
Yeah.
happy place.
Yeah,
Wasn't in a
and
happy
I was
place.
like, wow,
I've
this
been there. I know
person's
what you're
supposed
saying.
to.
Like, I'm
I feel like this
this out.
person's supposed to this person's supposed to encourage me without even saying one word.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, do
Just
you
her
feel
energy.
like on the opposite end of that, do you feel like if you met the right person and you were so intertwined with that person that it wasn't necessarily that you stopped writing because you wanted to, but because you found someone or some happiness, how would you feel if in that instance if you didn't write?
But you know what? To interject with that, it's like y'all's story. He hasn't found that person yet.
Right. So that's my point. I don't want him to think that if he does find that person and he stops writing, that because that could be a good thing.
It could be a good thing.
It doesn't have to
Right.
always
But
be a
I'm
bad
saying
thing.
this, writing
You may
is
not
something.
need it anymore.
Right.
How like I
they
said,
wanna
how
remember.
me and Tony grew up, I would never see myself writing.
Right.
Right.
I was too hardcore for that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I would never see myself. And I'm look up, right now I got like 60 pages. And them 60 pages, I haven't even reached Detroit yet. Everything I'm still talking about is in Florida.
Right.
Where I'm from. And I haven't even got to Detroit.
But do you think if you met someone and you stopped writing, let's say you never picked up a pen again to to maybe you got a new story that you don't even want to. You know what I mean? Do you feel like that would be an issue?
You know what I feel like? The story that I'm writing, because my end goal, I want to be married.
Okay.
I'm dating with a purpose. I want to be married. And I think that's going to be the end of my story.
Okay, so you want to write the story.
Right.
Okay.
That's going to be the end of my story. And I
Okay.
think whoever I end up with, whoever I match up with well, I think my story, she's going to allow me to keep
To
doing.
continue to do it.
to
Okay.
continue.
I
And she
get
don't even have to say one word. Just her energy.
Yeah, yeah.
Her positivity is gonna,
And
and I notice when I'm in something, she know when I start dating a woman, oh, I'm all in.
Yeah.
I'm taking her lunch. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm calling her, Casey, yeah, I did it today. Like I'm, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it takes one thing, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Fuck her.
That's that Virgo.
Yep, that's the Virgo.
You find the flaws.
That's the
Yeah.
Virgo.
Yeah, Virgo switch up.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
really hate that about myself, but it's like a protective mechanism in me
It is.
Yeah,
that I had to control my feelings.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
So do you think you gonna give yourself, like, say you find this person, would you do a time limit before you ask the question, far as you know, the 3 months, 6 months,
Right.
or even a year, where you say, you know what, this is the one I want to spend the rest of my life?
well, I did that before. When I was divorced a long time ago, and when I was dating a certain person, I went to her because I felt it. Like how you said, I felt it. And I said, listen, I want to be in committed with you, 100%.
Yeah.
She was like, you know what? You ain't even have to tell me because I feel it. I see
Right.
it from you every day. I
Right.
said,
Yeah.
no,
Right.
you see, the problem with men is that we don't tell enough.
Right.
We don't communicate enough. And
That's
that
true.
was one of my biggest issues. I had to learn how to communicate and talk and say things and don't worry about the backlash from it.
Right.
And I know a lot of men right now that would not speak
true.
up because they feel, oh, I don't want her to say this, about I don't want to.
Yep.
So what?
Yep.
She can't change who you are. She not paying DTE.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
She not paying the car note or triple. She not doing all that. So what if she thinks, so what? If she feel and think this certain way about you, then she ain't for you.
Exactly.
Right. Right.
Scared of rejection.
Yeah. And I had to go through that period too.
Yeah.
You know,
And
and it's hard, but it got to be done.
Yeah, and I think one of my issues too is I actually it's too honest, too forward and too honest. Like I actually
Well, I heard one time I
Tell
talk
everything.
too much.
okay
Yeah,
that's
you know what I'm
true.
saying?
Yeah.
Not that you talk too much, you just reveal too much too soon.
Yeah.
Okay, well then,
Yeah.
then
Everything
you have the
is not
same
for
thing.
everybody.
Then.
Yeah.
That's what
Everything
it is.
not for
That's true.
everybody.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Right.
Yeah, too
Sometimes
honest.
you got to spread stuff out.
Yeah, yeah. too
Sometimes
honest,
they
too
don't even
soon.
need to make it.
But you know why?
Sometimes they don't even need to make
But
it.
you know
so-
why?
They can't make the
So
cut.
you ain't
Yeah.
even got to worry about the end.
But you know what? I was
doing
doing that from the beginning because I was really like, okay, let me scare them away now. That's how I felt.
See, no.
I felt like, let me scare them
Can't do
away now.
that.
If they stay, then we good.
No.
Yeah,
You
No,
know.
because people just process differently, and it's not
Yeah.
that they wouldn't stay. It's just that scared them away. That part right there, because they like, who
It's too
does
much.
this right at
Yeah,
the beginning?
exactly.
Just woof,
Yeah.
put it all in my face.
Yeah.
yeah. But you know what? I actually did that in
I
every.
did that to you, didn't I?
I did that to you, baby. I opened up, told you
to me.
everything. Yeah. And then I got you to
Oh,
open
look
up.
at that.
Then I got you to open up. Remember? And you told me some things that you never told nobody.
But you
in
know
the first
what?
Week.
But guess what? The difference is you guys had that connection.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Cassine is not getting this connection, and he's revealing all this
Before
stuff.
he gets it.
Right.
Exactly.
So,
It's a one-way street with you.
and even
Yeah.
if it's a little bit of something, just give it a little bit of
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I did the same. I understand.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I understand.
So
I
you're
understand.
doing things prematurely.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
I understand.
But doing all the right things to get, like, I had a friend
Move the
we
mic over
talked
to
about
you.
earlier, and so we all the same age. So he started. Now he knew the girl already. So she came back around, like the sports and the whole nine that you don't get out of women. Like, man, you know she cool. So they started sleeping around a little bit. So he started doing stuff like sending her flowers and stuff to work. Invited her into a friend's wedding.
Yeah.
And it scared her off. She was like, shit, nigga, you doing too much. This is this girlfriend shit.
Yeah.
And then she told him, like, I got too much going on in my head. So what we had was what it was.
Right.
So it threw him for a loop because that's what men do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he like, man, I said she just reversed it on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Them-
that's what a
so-
lot of
And
women
I
are
don't
doing.
feel like there's nothing wrong
She
with
probably
that.
had a full plate.
Exactly.
I think she had a
And-
few
and
other
that's-
few other
and
men.
that's what it
options.
is.
Probably
She had a
did.
few other
And
options.
she told him
Right.
that that's what she had, or she
Yeah.
told him my head is boggled. So don't throw
Yeah.
her for a loop when somebody tell you because she telling you.
And that's what I
So,
told him. I
okay,
said,
let me
so,
back off and
you know,
turn my eyes
and
somewhere
that's
else.
what she did after that. She backed off. So he like wanted to go back, like, no, I understand now. You know, and I'm
Yeah.
like, let it be.
Now,
let it go.
the crazy part
take
is
that to them.
if he
Yeah.
backed off first, she would have been on him.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the messed up
Absolutely.
part. Because woman likes the
Absolutely.
masculine part of the chase. Believe it or not, they
Absolutely.
target men that they can't have.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part
Yeah.
about it. And when a man targets a woman, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's not. The chase is different.
Yeah.
It depends on what you're offering.
Yeah.
Depends on what you're offering. You offering time, you gonna offer what a nigga don't have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Yeah.
your man at work all the time. Hey, baby girl, you know what?
And it is
let
like
me take you to a concert.
the good guy always finish last.
I
That
don't
is
believe,
100%
I do not
saying.
believe that.
Me and my boy
I
T
don't
Hill,
believe
we
that.
talk,
I'm telling
we
you.
complain
No, I
and
don't
talk
believe that
about
either.
this
No,
all
I
the
do not
time.
Yeah.
believe that.
I don't
believe
That's
that.
how we
Let me-
feel.
you know
That's
what?
how we feel.
You know how you
Now-
feel
now-
because you have not met
Yeah.
the right
Yeah.
women.
No,
I'm
now
telling
it's
you,
now
yes,
it's time
they
to
do.
be raw, and you got to speak about your personal experiences from the women that had boyfriends that told you he was a great guy. Listen,
Yes.
listen. So listen. So being a man, you on the single days, you know, a man didn't handle this business with a few women in back in the day. Now handling your business like that, they had boyfriends, husbands, men. I ain't really do the husband thing, but they had boyfriends, and they would always say, "He paid all my bills. He's a great guy, great spirit, great character." I'm like, so baby, why you doing this to that man? You know what I'm saying?
I
First
really
of all,
like him.
I didn't know you had a boyfriend, but
Right.
now I know,
Yeah.
now that I know
Right.
after the
Yeah.
fact,
Right. Absolutely.
why are you doing this?
Right.
I really like him, and I don't want to be away from him. I really like him. Why are you doing this to that
Yeah.
man? Well, he's too soft. That's simple.
He's too
Yeah.
nice.
He's too nice. But
I
guess
heard my
what?
girlfriend
But,
say that.
Okay.
but with a
No,
with a
that
They
woman,
called gay before.
but
I've
what-
heard that a
but
lot.
what a woman don't
Yeah,
understand.
they do. Yeah, they do.
You could take the biggest lion of a man, the biggest warrior.
Yeah.
He's gonna be soft for you.
Yeah.
If he loves you.
Right.
So when he becomes
Exactly.
soft for you, the woman
Absolutely.
wants something different after that. Her
Absolutely.
mindset goes to, I want the masculine man
Yeah.
back. I want the macho.
Yeah.
Whoa, I want the big dog.
Yeah.
But she feel like she got a little dog now, but you forgot the big dog of that man is what attracted you. But now that you kind of broke him down, he became soft for you. He's emotionally involved.
For
He
you.
said
For
yes
you.
more
I
now
still don't
than no.
agree with
But-
that about the good guys coming in at the end.
But
No,
it's a
yeah,
lot of
that-
men. I talk to a lot of
You
men
left
that
a good
feel
guy
that way
before.
every day.
You
I
left
really
a good
do.
guy
But
And
before.
a
that
lot of
wasn't
women
for-
too.
You said
he
This
was
is
too
not
lame.
just no man
No,
thing. It's
that wasn't
women.
about it.
Right.
It's
Lame
women.
as
I've
shit.
heard
No,
just
that
say
wasn't why
like,
I left.
You say he was lame.
The reason
was
I
just
left
too
is
soft.
because I felt like we weren't compatible.
Okay.
We had a child
Yeah.
together and everything, and we tried to make it work, but I just felt like we weren't compatible. It was nothing wrong with him. He didn't do anything wrong. We just weren't compatible. You know, I'm
Absolutely.
more in the fashion industry.
And
He
he
was
was
from
not.
Mississippi,
She said he was
down
lying.
south.
He
He
was
was
Southern.
real. Yeah, he wanted me to stay at home. I can't stay at home because I got to go run on the runway.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I got stuff.
Oh, okay.
He
I
all that
forgot.
up to
Okay,
speed.
so yeah,
he
so
wasn't.
they
We
weren't
just
compatible
weren't
like that.
compatible.
Lifestyle.
Yeah, he wanted to stay at, she was playing, he
And it
wanted to
just-
stay at home wife.
And then
And
I
she like,
tried it.
I'm an
and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
no.
You
can't- you
this not
can't-
for
yeah,
me.
that's true.
Yeah,
That's
that
true.
was
If
So
I
we
meet
just
a
had
woman
to just go
that's
separate
like that,
ways.
you
true.
cannot
Yeah.
stop her from being
Yeah.
her because it's gonna backfire
Yeah.
on you
Yeah.
ugly.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people try to do.
Well, let me tell you, this my Vietnamese technician nail tech. We were having a conversation, so I said, "Hey, you always pick out the right shades for me, you know." And I'm like, "Cause I'm trying to figure out, you know, are you gay? What's up with you, right?
Right.
Do you have a girlfriend?" And he said, "Yeah, I have a girlfriend." He said, "This is the first time in my life I've ever been in a long-term relationship."
Right.
And I said, "So what's the secret to that? Are you gonna marry her?" And he said, "Well, let me tell you something." He said, "In the Vietnamese culture, we believe that you are supposed to air all your dirty laundry actually when you're in the relationship. That's once the relationship is established." He said, because that's who you're going to be if that person stays with you.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what, that's good advice.
Yeah.
He said, so this is what they're doing. He said that he is that he's not gay. He loves her. And I said, are you going to get married? He said, that's another thing. We don't say we're going to marry someone. because that's almost like an omen, okay? And it sets you up for failure. He said, we believe in doing what you're going to do.
Just do it.
So just do it. Don't tell anybody what you're going to do. Just do it. Then I asked him, I said, so how did you know that you had a connection with this woman? He said, when I first saw her, I looked into her eyes and I knew, and I had this feeling.
Oh, yeah. I had that feeling.
And I was like, wow,
Yeah, I know.
this guy is only 23 years old
Wow.
and he's got it. He said the Vietnamese stay married because these are some of the things that they believe in.
Yeah. There's another thing about the Vietnamese, the Korean. Their parents teach their daughters how to cater to the men. They teach them how to cater to the men and how to be submissive to the men.
Right.
From the ages of 13 and to the point where they get married.
Yep, absolutely.
And that's the key to staying married, actually, believe it or not.
'Cause she's feminine.
And understand that, because
Right.
she's staying feminine. Now, when a
Any
woman,
of y'all got some Vietnamese women friends?
when
I do.
Yeah, Chun-Li.
when a woman becomes masculine, see, now you're at battle with a warrior.
Right.
The man is a natural warrior.
Right.
And you want to
Absolutely.
step into the playing field and be a man and be a warrior.
Right.
Now you gonna get man results.
Right.
And
That's right.
and then the
Right.
man got to really soften himself up to realize, okay, this is a woman. So damn, okay. I love her, so that's the only reason why I let her,
Right.
you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
absolutely.
But so it's kind of the best thing to do if you got a warrior, and she challenges you as a man, you might want to just leave her alone.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
you got to leave. You have to.
Yeah.
Well, I think the difference between Vietnamese and African American is that we, and I'm just speaking for women in general or single mothers, we have to be the man a lot of times when we don't want to be.
Right.
There's a lot of messed upness, should I say, in our community. We're
Right.
not set up like the Vietnamese.
Right.
Our mothers aren't teaching us.
Yeah.
And then not even only that, the fathers ain't an example either. And the fathers are not even at home.
Right.
So a lot of things that women have to do it's more natural to them because it's been natural to them their whole life. It's just something that they have to do. I gotta get up and go to work. I gotta take this trash out. I gotta, I gotta go try to this tire flat. Let me go try to
Right.
change it. Learn how.
Right.
I tried.
Yeah.
I had
Right.
to learn how to change a tire
Right.
at 18 years old.
Right.
And so I have changed my own
Right.
tire on the side of the road because this
Right.
nigga ain't.
And-
You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
that's
can't be
true.
stuck. I got my kid in the back seat, so now I'm hard, and
Right.
I'm and it's building me strength that I don't know if it's good or bad for who I am now, but I don't know if that's something that women should have to experience.
Yeah.
Well, I think that it's a good thing for you to have that knowledge of doing all those things. But when you meet the right person, then you have to step back
Yep.
and you got to show your feminine side.
Yep.
And
Right.
Christina, I tell you that all the
Absolutely.
time. Okay,
Absolutely.
just like the first thing I mentioned is your tone with him.
That's
Most
very important.
most women, I'm going to say just women across the board, they don't use the proper tone. They use that masculine tone because they're accustomed to running things in their household. Okay, and being the man. So I recommend to my friends, I'm like, listen, I know you out there slaying the dragon, but guess what? You need to go home and take a bubble bath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, get on your feminine side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put on those fuzzy slippers,
Yeah.
and then call him and address him.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
you need to
Yeah.
do.
Got to greet
Yeah.
your man properly.
Okay.
Most definitely.
And
Yeah.
then if you want him to treat you properly, you have to respect him
Yep.
Yeah.
and be feminine.
Yeah.
And then he's going to be masculine.
There we go.
Okay?
That's-
You're going to
that's-
get all that you need to get out of
Exactly.
him.
That's the key.
But
Yeah,
they
yeah.
don't.
A lot of
they
women don't know that.
Don't know
Get
that.
A lot of women don't know that. A lot of women
They don't get that.
they sometimes I hear women how they try to destroy men with their tones and their voices.
Yes.
And
Oh, I have gotten that.
and
And
they talk to a man reckless,
Reckless.
and
Yeah.
then say they want him to be powerful. He killed. You killed him.
Yeah.
He
Exactly.
done.
Yeah.
You
He
did
can't
that.
be powerful.
You
He
did
with the
that.
wrong woman.
Yes.
wrong
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's that tone that could do it, man.
And that
that's
tone
the
is a
thing.
lot.
It is. And then it's like you get a lot of women like at work will ask me why I can't find nobody, and they the single parent.
Because you work in the
with-
plant, right?
Right.
Yeah.
With the kids, with the boys, and what they're raising men that they wouldn't date themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
You won't let them
Right.
do nothing.
Yelling at
Absolutely.
them
Yeah.
like little babies.
You know, and treating him like
Emasculating
that.
them.
So when he
Demasculating.
go out, he going out looking for somebody like his mama that's gonna
There
do
we go.
everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I
Take
and
care
so
of him.
this is what they're getting taught. So this is why it's so messed up out here.
Yeah.
Cause they coming from, and then you gotta again argue with your woman like you arguing with a nigga. And then the next thing you like, let me leave for this turn to something else.
Yep.
And the nigga that wouldn't last long.
You know,
That argument wouldn't last
no,
long.
no.
We all men here.
Yeah.
We can't hit the wrong tone
Yeah.
with each other.
No.
Yeah.
We'll be getting carried out the door. You know?
But that's
Right.
what most women don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot
They
of
don't
women
get
don't.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of women
But
don't.
okay, I tell men, a woman is socialized to be a communicator, and we can out-talk a man. Okay, we talk fast.
I
we
don't know
do
why
this, we
men
put
keep
all
trying to
that
argue
together.
with
I don't
them.
even know
Yeah.
why.
Okay,
Right.
but
Not at
you
all.
can argue with your man. You can debate with your man, but you don't have to be disrespectful, and you don't have to use that masculine tone.
Yeah.
There
Right.
we
Say
go.
whatever
Right.
you want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
That tone
and if
means
he
so
does
much.
That tone.
something, just like I told
That tone
you,
means war.
if he
Exactly.
does something that you don't like, don't hold it in, don't suppress it. Be like, hey, baby, you made me feel a certain way when you said X, Y, and Z. I bet he will stop doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
if you be like,
Absolutely.
look here,
Oh, man. No.
Soon as you get in the
Yeah.
car.
Yeah. He looking like, hold on.
we gotta talk.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, the
They-
finger.
Look,
We gotta talk.
they whole
What
day
is
about
that?
to change. Now they got to
Yeah.
be in two different places
Right.
because she killed the whole day.
Yeah.
She killed the day.
Yeah.
Instead of staying on the boat.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stay on the boat.
Yeah.
I like that boat thing.
You got to stay on the
Get
boat,
on the
baby.
boat, baby.
Wait, don't jump off the boat. That means, hold on now.
Come on
Hold
back
on.
on the boat.
You know, when you say that to women,
Exactly.
like, play your position. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's three of them niggas talking shit. Let me talk to them. Because now you about to get both of us jumped
Yep.
on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck
Right.
it, baby, let's be you like,
No,
man, be
no, no,
quiet.
no,
Exactly.
no.
You know what I
No,
mean? And
No,
it's-
no.
I tell them all the time, when they ask their advice, sit back, play your position,
Yeah.
and don't take playing your position in where what you mean by that?
Mm-hmm.
You're a woman. Act like a woman.
But you know what? A lot of women, when you said be submissive, they think that that's disempowering.
No, no.
Okay, it is
Yeah,
not
it's not.
disempowering.
It's actually
I
empowering.
think everybody
Exactly.
has their
And
own.
they don't get it.
Exactly.
It's the biblical version of
Yeah.
submission.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I know it's a biblical
they
version, but I
don't
feel
get
like
that.
every individual has their own, like, what submission is, like, as far as the extent. Like, in each, I'll just speak for myself. In each relationship that I've been in, each person had a different, to me, meaning, not so much as meaning of submission, but an extent that they would take it to. Like some men take it to a higher
Higher,
extent
right.
than others. Like
Right.
everybody had their level as far as what they felt like biblically it meant, what you should do or what you shouldn't do. Or
Right.
with this part, this man probably feel like this, what you should do and what you shouldn't do. And it's just like everybody has this.
Yeah. Now,
You know.
the
So,
men that don't care about submission, you best believe they in some pussy.
Right.
They don't have to care. They don't care about it because they about to go fuck something else.
Right.
The
Yeah.
minute
Right.
you raise that tone at them,
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
Hey,
I
baby,
got
look,
you.
everything
It's
cool.
good.
Yeah.
Nah, you don't have to submit, baby. It's cool.
Yeah.
Let me call Keisha. And
Yeah.
they on their way.
That's
and
right.
That's how. But
That's
the
right.
ones that actually think about it, they say, "Look, baby, I don't want to be in nothing else. You the only one I'm dealing with. So let's fix this
That's-
and let's get the
But
Right.
that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying
So
is
just
every
the definition.
individual
Right.
has their own
Definition.
definition and their own limitations as far as what they feel like submission is.
So when you're dating somebody, those are some of the questions you need to ask them. What does submission mean to you?
You don't really find it out because it's more of something that you may do. Let's just say it's something you'd be like, oh no, maybe you just do something. I don't know. I can't think of nothing right now. But let's say I just did something, and maybe this guy wouldn't think it's nothing. This guy would be, hold on, well, what you do that for? And
Right,
this next
right,
guy would
right.
be like, oh, you don't do that ever.
Yeah. Right.
So it's
right.
like,
Right.
But-
it's hard because it may be something that you do, not so much as just some words written down. This is submission.
Right.
And respect,
You
and that comes with submission, comes with respect, and knowing the different qualities of each individual. So like I might be able to touch you, and then I touch Kasim, he'd be like, "Hey brother, I don't want to be touched like that."
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's
Right.
called respect.
Right.
So naturally,
Right.
I'm on his turf right now. I would naturally, even as a man,
Right.
would
Right.
have to submit.
Right.
To this situation.
Right.
So a woman
Absolutely.
has to understand the laws of submission.
And see, now that's the part that I don't.
That's a good point.
That's
And
real.
that's it. That
If
is
I
a
go-
great
if I go
point.
on the captain's
because that's
boat-
not fair. Because it's like now this person may be harder.
No,
like he don't like.
Nope.
I don't mind you touch me on the shoulder, but he
no,
mine.
I just
But
said
I'ma
that
tell you
a
something.
so
man,
now I got the.
But see-
a man understands the laws.
Right.
of
Yeah,
submission.
they understand it, but it's women in certain communities that don't. Just like the Vietnamese women,
Yeah.
I've got Indian friends.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
all understand what that means. That does not mean that a man is supposed to beat you.
Right.
He's
No.
supposed
Exactly.
to disrespect
No.
you,
No.
make you walk 2 steps behind.
No.
That
Right.
it
Not at
does
all.
not
When I say
mean
John,
But
any of
most,
those things.
most women,
Okay.
most women that did not grow with their fathers do not
Not
know what
Understand
submission means.
submission. Right.
Some
But-
did and
but
didn't
no-
have the right father.
No,
So you,
that's true.
Well,
but
that's
but,
true
It's so
too.
much-
Yeah.
but majority of the time, the ones that had the father in their life,
Right.
They understand.
they
that.
understand
understand.
submission.
Yeah, exactly.
So it
Yeah.
comes natural in a relationship
Yeah,
because
you do.
they
Yeah.
know what it means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to be told. You know, they might go against it like, oh, I don't submit. But when they meet that man, they do.
Right.
They
You
do naturally because they have
Right.
a father.
Right.
But the ones that didn't, they
They
don't
buck
know.
it. They buck it.
Yeah.
don't know.
They
And they
really
do that
do.
for their friends.
They don't know.
Yeah.
Girl, he came in trying to. I don't know where you got
Yeah,
that from.
yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
You better
You
get
wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And they don't understand
don't
why
understand.
they're lonely. And they justify their loneliness and say, well, I don't really
Yeah.
want him
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
I don't need a man.
I'm more powerful than any
Yeah.
man. I don't need
Yeah.
a man.
Really?
And then they
You
wonder
don't
why.
need a
Then you
man?
get to harass.
I'm Oprah Winfrey. Where your money
Right.
at?
Right.
Oprah got
Right.
money, and she
That's
still got
right.
Stedman.
That's
Okay,
right.
thank you.
She submits somehow.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Don't
Thank
believe
you.
it or not,
Yeah.
she
Thank you.
submits.
She is.
He plays
She
it.
is.
And I heard female pastors say that they say I lead 10,000 men, 10,000 women, but when I come home to my husband,
You submit to him.
he's my king.
Yeah.
She said I submit to him.
Yeah.
She said I can talk to everybody else authoritative. When I talk to him, she said I lower my tone.
Yeah,
she
you
said I lower my tone and everything, and I
That
talk to him.
tone
I
is
talk to him.
everything.
She said
It
like he is my
is.
king because God told me he's my king.
Right.
Even
That's
even
right.
with
That's
friendships,
what you do.
I had to learn how to control my tone, even with Faz or whoever I talked to, and it took years to perfect that.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because when I
Yeah.
said things out my mouth, because my mouth used to be reckless.
Right.
Yeah.
When I said things
Yeah.
out my mouth, that ain't what I meant. But I had to go, and then too, I had to go back and be apologetic.
Yeah.
I had to go and say,
Yeah.
you know what, I'm sorry. I didn't
Yeah.
mean to say it that way. It
Another
came out
learned
that way.
behavior.
Yeah.
And I had to learn all these things because when I match with that woman,
Yeah.
she has to get all these things from me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, she has to get all these things from me. And a lot of men don't understand you have to fix yourself
Yeah.
first
yeah.
You do.
before you go to that woman, because that woman got girlfriends and all that she talking to all the time. Man,
Right.
we don't really have nobody that we can
Right,
talk to.
right.
But when I first met him, me and him was in the hallway kicking it.
Kicking it like
I don't
right.
meet too many men that I can sit up and kick it with. Because when we get to kicking about relationship,
Right.
I tell him like he know from day one what I tell you. Hey, I'm looking for a wife. I'm dating, blah blah blah. Your girl. Hey, this is what I'm doing.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm
Most
saying?
definitely.
And I'm like, okay, he talking the same language I'm talking. So when I meet other men just like him, we get along great,
Right.
Because we
Right.
understand what's going on out
Right.
here,
Right.
and we appreciate the women
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
out here. And I tell them I tell them all the time, like I would have been had a wife by now,
Yeah.
if it wasn't for a lot of these fucked up men.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. You got to be a genuine brother.
I've been
Stand up. Stand up.
and now it's like it's like a 360. Everybody want to fuck over everybody. I'm gonna get you first.
Yeah, yeah. You know, and the crazy part about it is a lot of men don't understand when you grow up the maturity of it. You got to understand that the woman that you choose is the closest person to you. So if you fuck over her, you would definitely fuck over me
Yeah.
in business. You
Yeah.
telling me that, hey man, I'm about to go hit this. I'm about to go hit this young thing right here. So you fucking over your wife, bruh. And we about to put 15,000 on this table and
gonna
break some
do me
bread.
too.
You gonna definitely fuck over me.
Of
She the closest one
course.
to you.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I'm
course.
saying?
Right.
Because he has no integrity.
And I listen
None.
to men
Yeah.
that have wives and stuff, and I hear the stuff they do.
Yeah.
When they get to a point where it starts getting disrespectful, I say something. And guess what they do? They look at me like, who's you?
Yeah. Like who raised you?
Who was you? Like, Kasim, you was this back in the day. Why we keep going back 40 years?
Yeah.
We talking about right now.
Yeah.
Like if I'm trying to find this in my life, I'm trying to show you.
Because a lot of dudes are still stuck back then.
Yeah.
They don't never change.
They'll never change.
Period. That's who they are.
Yeah.
Or who
They
they think they
don't
supposed to
change.
be.
And they look
Absolutely.
at me like I'm crazy when I be speaking and talk. Because she don't. When I speak and talk to these men,
Yeah.
the way I do,
Yeah.
that nigga tripping.
Nah, they don't understand.
They go behind my back and say, and they get back to me.
Yeah.
Like, dude, no, that dude for real.
Yeah.
You know, he's for real.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he's out here trying to and then I had to get to a point where, okay, you know, God, if my thing is to just finish raising my son by myself, I can deal with that. I can deal with being by myself. I don't want to,
Right.
but you telling me if that's my thing the rest of my life, I'm gonna let you do it for me.
Yeah.
But I can deal with that because guess what? DT and none of them, they don't want to hear that.
Right.
Right.
Car notes, insurance, they don't want to hear none of that. You ain't got time for no excuses to hear none of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I got to keep moving and grooving, but at the same time, I got to move in the way God want me to move.
Right.
In the way that he like, oh, you know what? I think it's time to reward you now.
Yeah.
And I seen what he have been doing doing for me throughout these years. Because at first I ain't had no belief at all. I was like, damn, wow, I'm suffering. And a lot of men think they suffer. They think, oh, I'm, you know, like we say, a lot of men, I talk to a lot of men, it's like, man, I'm a good guy, I keep finished last. They believe that.
Yeah.
They really believe that. And I was believing that. But then when something happened, I knew it was God that made it happen. Hey, you got to have patience with me just like I had patience with you because you wasn't talking back to me at first. I've been talking to you for years, but you wasn't talking back to me at first. Now you talking back to me. Now let me slowly work with you because, you know, I got a billion other people I got to work with too.
Right.
And a lot of men don't get that. They don't understand that. Like, look, we was born in this world by ourselves. We still have to live. We still have to live. But when you run into that woman or man that you out here trying to date, you don't have to screw over them. You can leave the situation in peace.
Right.
You do not.
Right.
And a lot of men and women don't want to lead the relationships in peace. They
Not
want to
in
just
peace.
start some kind of drama, like cut off water and all that shit.
Oh,
Like,
man.
I believe in karma.
But
Yeah.
you know what?
And
though?
that's what they don't understand.
I believe
Yeah.
in like when you separate from someone, it's that moment of hate that has to process before y'all can get back on that page of being friends again. Because if you don't, you're just putting those feelings aside for a minute, and every little thing will start ticking you off.
Yeah, man.
What about the people
and I
who
would
stuck
say-
in that process?
Right, but that's where you have to
You can
say
get
like
stuck in the
you
hate
can do that by
process.
yourself.
You know what? What's
you
what's
know.
crazy is I never actually hated no one.
Right,
Now I might have disliked what they did,
right.
but I'm one of those where I'm like, you know, Lord forgive them, though they know
Yeah.
not what they do.
Yeah.
So even if somebody struck me, I don't hate the person. I
Right.
just hate that. Hey, I
Right.
hate that you did that, but I want you
Right.
to know I do forgive you.
I went
I can
through,
move on.
You know what's funny? I went through that hate process.
Yeah.
I went through, why you in hate? Like, I wanted you to be my woman.
Right.
And I
Right.
went through that hate process, and I had to get to where exactly where you talking to
right,
now.
right.
Exactly.
My biggest goal now is if it don't work out with X, let's be friends.
Right.
Let's be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm already dealing with the devil
Yeah.
Yeah.
every day.
And
I don't know how it's coming
that's
out.
if y'all come to a complete agreement, like, listen, this ain't working, and you absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then y'all can be friends. But if that one person still has them feelings,
Oh.
They're
or
not.
even when they find prime example,
Yeah.
know that you done found somebody you happy with,
And they haven't yet.
and they haven't yet.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a problem.
it's-
yeah.
it's a
They
problem.
cutting off water.
That's a problem.
I got a good idea.
It's a problem.
How about you call my ex? I'll call yours. We do a
Since
double
y'all-
date.
since
we
they
do a
so
double
cool.
date.
What?
We do a double date.
She's like, huh?
Hey,
Hey, they said
what
that's
are you
cool,
talking
though,
stay
right?
on the boat, baby. Do a double date and tell them, hey man, listen.
So they can come with
No
the
hard
bomb.
feelings.
They're going to have a whole bomb.
Y'all
packed.
gotta hit it together.
And kill everybody.
Let me kamikaze. Ah, sweet with
They looking for me now.
Kamikaze. Don't
That's
play.
not a good
That
idea.
ain't gonna work.
Not a
Right.
good idea.
That ain't gonna work.
Not a-
But
not a-
we'll do.
And
We'll
we're
do.
dealing with,
we'll
not
do a
trying to be
video.
funny, we're dealing with psycho.
Yeah.
It is not even
Psychosis.
funny anymore.
We
the
also
points-
dealing with Percocets.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what all we dealing with in there, but
Probably.
we're
They
dealing
popping
with
up.
a lot of
You know what I'm saying?
psychological issues.
Yeah, they have a
mental
lot that wasn't
issues.
diagnosed.
Have
It's
y'all
too
seen?
far.
Have y'all seen the movie Acrimony?
Yes.
With Taraji P.
Okay.
Yes.
You
Oh,
seen
He
Acrimony?
yeah,
made me
yeah,
see
yeah.
it
Yeah.
because
So-
I hadn't seen it before.
Well,
He
that-
made
my
me see
goodness,
it,
that's-
and
that
this
was really
exactly
That's the
what's going
identical
on.
situation.
It's worse.
Other than the boat scene of us getting stabbed up and all that
And
stuff.
that's gonna happen
Wow.
soon. We walk
No,
down the
that ain't gonna
aisle.
happen.
Now I gotta watch it.
You gotta watch
Oh,
it.
you
Okay,
do.
I gotta watch it. I might
Acrimony,
watch it tonight.
Acrimony is the identical.
I
Yes.
cut my heat up
That
to
is a
80.
situation
Identical
that
story.
we're
And then I
going
watch
through.
it.
Of
Yeah.
It's
identical.
so
I mean,
scary.
identical.
Wow.
Identical.
He made me watch it, and
Identical.
I was looking at him, and I'm like, oh my God.
She like, this about to
Because I
happen?
had never seen the movie, and I'm
Right.
like, this is the exact, like, this is crazy. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at the movie like, is we really about to go?
Listen.
And we watched
It's
that
a
movie
deep
our
movie,
first
dog.
It really
Is it?
month.
And it's
But
gonna
now,
have like
now
this.
put
Yeah.
make
I gotta
put
give me a fire
acrimony,
stick.
acrimony, and then clone the girl with a guy, and we had two of these people
Two
doing
of
that.
them.
Two of them, and they went on dinner dates and
The
everything to team
internet, the
up.
thing that she did, the whole internet, all
Right.
of that,
Yes.
it's happening,
It was two of them.
everything.
Everything.
I'm saying you gotta see.
I
It's,
gotta
it's,
watch
it's
it.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Okay,
excellent.
listen.
It is. So
we got about
acrimony.
probably 4 minutes left,
Okay.
and damn, this was a good show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This
Man,
was
we
a
covered a
wonderful
lot.
show. Yeah, great conversation.
So-
I want to start off with you, D. We're gonna go around town. Last words.
Last words?
Yeah.
Oh man, you know what? I just say that man, people have more love out here instead of hate. You know, make sure everybody love each other and there's no jealousy on your heart, just as a person. And
Be happy for other people.
Be happy for other people, man.
Be happy for other couples.
And I feel like that'll go a long ways, man. And put God first. That'll go a long ways. God first.
I just want to say love conquers all. At the end of the day, no matter what you're going through, I believe love conquers all. We need more love in the world.
Yes, we do.
Definitely need more love in the world.
Well, I concur, and always keep balance in your life,
Yeah.
and it'll work its way out. Don't jump at the first thing and drop any draws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, love yourself first.
Yeah.
Learn to love yourself first, and then you'll be able to love somebody else.
Okay.
Sure. Some more? No, that's it. That's why this was a wonderful, wonderful show.
We said it all.
Yeah, this gonna have to be a part 2. But
Yeah.
tell people what you got going on again.
Oh man. Well, right now I got my birthday party coming up actually November.
I will be there.
Yep, yes, you will.
Yes.
November the 15th at Trust, and it's downtown. It's the most elegant facility downtown Detroit. Period. It has
We
nice
done been to a couple of
chandeliers.
class reunion, 87 Persian.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We done been to
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
missed
been
that
there.
one. I missed that one. I should have.
Yeah,
Right.
Persian.
Persian, baby.
the
Yes.
Yes, Persian.
Class of 87, the best.
Hey,
The
nothing
best.
wrong with it. Nothing wrong.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I was like 3, but yeah, listen now. But listen, maybe 4, but no, but it's gonna be a nice event, grown and sexy, mature crowd, I say, and it'll be a lot of people in the building, man. Just a lot of good vibes. So you want to come out, have a good time. November the 15th, that's Friday.
Right. Right. What else, Tone? You got anything going on? Nothing much.
Working and staying out the way.
Just hard work, loving that wife, loving life. 5-star, what you got going on?
Well, I always have things going on with the radio and everything. So,
Yeah. She's definitely on Very Detroit.
Just
Talk to him while I'm talking.
go right ahead.
You co-host, go ahead now. You tell them
Just
about
check out
it.
verydetroit.com. And we're just keeping you abreast of everything that's happening in the community, all the positive things that's happening in Detroit that you won't hear about on the news.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And let me tell the folks out there, we're broadcasting from Podcast Detroit. If y'all want to do your own podcast show, it's easy to get in touch with them. Get it going. It's so easy. It's so easy. And I know it's in your budget. So y'all can come do the same thing, guests, do whatever you want to do. And just tune in to the third quarter. I look for guests to come on. I look for topics, and we deal with relationships, and it's not a sports show. Everybody think, the third quarter, blah, 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 but there's a meaning behind that. But just tune in and get in touch with me, D, photographer. She got Pink Diamond over on Living Noise. There's a lot of stuff going on in there. Tone 5-star. And, you know, this was a great conversation today. I hope y'all listen and understand, like, this is what's going on. This is what we talking about. You know, this ain't no Jerry Springer shit, Murray, you know, anybody no babies going on. And this is what I'm doing for the third quarter. This is my ideal and dream to come on and just talk about what's going on with relationships and dating out here.
Yeah.
You know, with real grown folks, people.
Right.
Period. So don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah.
Oh,
You usually get on me about that.
I know.
She usually get on me about that. You know, I don't mind. I don't mind. And tune in 2 weeks. Topics, subjects, you know, because we're going to have to continue this conversation.
Oh, for sure.
Continue this conversation in 2 weeks because I love the flow of what we had going on.
All right.
And see you in 2 weeks. Thanks to Randy.
Awesome.
You know, great job as always. And like I said, if y'all want to do your own podcast, tune in Podcast Detroit. It's so easy. Get in touch with them and, you know, get it going. Y'all can come on and talk whatever y'all want to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and so see you in 2 weeks. Please get in touch with me if y'all had topics or anything y'all want to talk about.
Right.
All right,
Thank you again, and
Thank you.
we out.
All right. Good show.
Right.